Hello, it's good to see you. Today we are back with some more lovely items from Aldi. It is a Wednesday, so that means they have added new things to the aisle of shame. It's called that because they have all kinds of different things on this one aisle in Aldi. And if you're like me, you go in there not meaning to buy several things, but you go down the aisle of shame and you find things that you just can't live without. Really useful stuff. And I guess you feel a little bit ashamed for spending the extra money, so they call it the aisle of shame. I went there in particular to look at this one planter that they had. I ultimately did not get that one, but I did get a different one that looked more like what I wanted anyway, and it was cheaper, so that was cool. But I got some other stuff as well. But this morning, before I went to Aldi, I went to Publix. So we do have one Publix in Greensboro, and I had to go there because I'm hoping to do a little baking video tomorrow if possible. And to do it, I needed a loaf of sourdough bread that was not cut. And unfortunately, they do have sourdough bread loaves at Aldi, but they're already sliced. So I went to Publix, and I got this. I'll just show you this one. I picked up this really pretty loaf of sourdough bread. It's nice and heavy. It's very dense. And see, it has the little Publix logo, and it's the Publix bakery. It was $3.79 for this pretty little loaf. I was hoping to get one a little bit larger, but this was the only one they had available. So I did get that one. And then I saw this one. This one's really heavy. This is a Tuscan bowl loaf. And I thought we could also use this. Like, we could do what we're going to do tomorrow. It's called a taco pull-apart bread. So I thought we could do this and the sourdough loaf. The recipe does call for sourdough bread, but I thought we could try the other one too. So I'm sure it's fine. And I tried to remember the other ingredients that were in this recipe. I forgot to take it with me or write them down. Most of it is stuff I already have, but I did remember to get this while I was at Aldi. And I've had this before. It's so good. This is pico de gallo. It's tomato. They also have mango. I really like the tomato one, and it has all kinds of yummy stuff in here. It's really, really good, and it's not much at all. It's very inexpensive. Yeah, and it does have to be refrigerated. I'm going to go pop it back in the refrigerator in a minute. But this is from the Park Street Deli, which is an Aldi brand, and it has a little freshness seal. You have this little tab right here that you're going to pull off, and that will allow you to pop the top off of the package. But it's like a tamper-resistant seal, so you'll know it hasn't been messed with. But I did at least remember to get this. I have almost everything. I need to get a couple more things, but we'll be doing that tomorrow. And I also picked up some cheese and other stuff, but it's in the refrigerator. It's not very interesting. Okay, so all I got at Publix was the bread. The rest of this is from Aldi, and like normal, I'm going to start with the crinkly stuff first. I try to do the crinkly things first, the noisiest things first. Now, this is something that I have not bought in quite a while, but I just kind of had a taste for this. These are little classic Caesar croutons, and these are from Tuscan Garden, which is an Aldi brand. This is a 5-ounce package of croutons, and they do have different flavors. They have, I think, garlic and herb, and then they have one, I think, that's butter flavor. And it could be that the varieties change periodically, but I really like just the classic Caesar croutons. These are really good. They're good in any kind of salad, but especially a Caesar salad. And these packages of croutons are only 85 cents at my Aldi. And they do have a resealable top, which is wonderful. You have these little notches on the side where you're going to take this top section and you're going to tear that off, which will open the bag. And then after you get out all the ones you want, you can just close this zipper seal at the top. So I normally don't add croutons to my salad, but I thought I would get some just to add a little variety. Okay. Oh, and this is a really good thing. If you like pickles, it might be worth a shot. This bag is angrily, aggressively crinkly. This is dill pickle flavor popcorn, and it's from Clancy's, which is an Aldi brand. It is so good. It is so incredibly good. The flavor is just, to me, it's perfect. It's not too much. It's not too little. It's just absolutely wonderful. And you can see in this big open area what it looks like. I don't know if you can see it. There are little tiny flecks of green on there. That's the dill. And so it's naturally and artificially flavored. This is a 7.5 ounce bag. And in my Aldi, I think it was $1.65 for this big bag of popcorn. They also have, I think, butter flavor. So it comes in this big box on the shelf. And you can either get dill pickle flavor, or I think the other one is butter or cheddar cheese or something like that. But the dill pickle is good. Now at my Aldi, they have this popcorn available 2 or 3 times a year. You can find it. So when I saw they had it, I went ahead and grabbed one. The good thing is my kids don't like it, so they won't touch it. So I can have as much of this as I want. And it's so incredibly good. And then the next item we have goes along with the croutons. These are Tuscan Garden real bacon bits. And my Aldi has not had these for a while. They either stopped carrying them for a bit or they just didn't have them. And I noticed that today they had these again. This is a 2.5 ounce package of real bacon bits. You can see it down in there. I love bacon bits on a salad. They're so good. Now these, like the croutons, have little notches up here where you're going to tear this part off. And then you do have to refrigerate it after opening. It's right here. It says that. Don't just stick them in the cabinet because the bacon will go bad. But then you can reseal it. There's a little seal in here, so you don't have to worry about finding a way to keep it fresh. You just keep it in your little bag. And here we have this open part where you can see what the little bacon bits look like, in case you don't know what bacon bits look like. I find that very helpful. So again, this is Tuscan Garden, which is an Aldi brand. And then, now this is not a regular item that they have. It's kind of like, it was on the same aisle with the dill pickle flavored popcorn. It's food that's kind of here today, gone tomorrow. I don't know if they put it out to test it to see how well it does and to try to decide if they want to carry it on a regular basis or not. This was in that section, and I have never tried this, but I thought it would be worth a shot. This is Earthly Grains 90-second microwavable riced vegetable cauliflower. And this is really good if you're on a low-carb diet, but you kind of miss rice. You know, this might be a good substitution for it. I'll be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of cauliflower, but I thought it might be worthwhile to try to substitute this for rice in a couple recipes, or one. There's not a lot in here, but you know, try it for one, you know, try it to see how I like it. It is 100% vegetables. All it is just cauliflower that's just been chopped up. That's all it is. And you put this little pouch in your microwave, you tear it halfway across, heat it for 90 seconds, and you have your nice hot riced vegetable cauliflower. So it was, I think it was a little bit pricey, but you don't have to make it. I mean, it's you're paying partly for the convenience. I think it was almost $3, I think. But I thought it was worth a shot. I've never tried it, so I thought this would be a fun little thing to try. The 90-second cauliflower. Look at that. It kind of looks like rice, but it's not. But yeah, again, I'm not a big fan of cauliflower, but I'm willing to give it a shot. And then, okay, these were also on the here today, gone tomorrow food aisle. I saw these last time. Well, I saw one of them. I didn't get them, but I was kind of curious. Now these are from Benton's. Benton's is another Aldi brand, and you will see this brand a lot on cookies and different individually packaged snacks and things like that. These are carrot cake cream filled cookies. So it's gonna, and I really like carrot cake, so I was kind of curious to try this. Little cream filled cookies, and they just look like, you know, the golden Oreos, because I know you can get carrot cake Oreo cookies and they're not bad. So I was kind of curious to try these. These were only $1.95. It says here they're great for dipping. Yeah, so I thought it was worth a shot to try these. Now this package is not one of the resealable ones. The regular cookies come in a resealable pack. These don't seem to. So, but that's okay. You'll just have to store them in something else to make sure they don't go stale. But the thing that got me to finally get them this time was because of what was right beside them. I don't think I've ever seen these at Aldi before. This time, they also had Benton's churro cream-filled cookies. Now, I love churros. I love them. I don't eat them very often, but I really like them. And there are a lot of great places around here to get really, really good churros. So I thought I would give these a try. These were also $1.95, and it is a 15.25 ounce package of these churro cream-filled cookies. I've never tried anything like that. I have tried Cinnamon Toast Crunch makes a churro crunch cereal. It was underwhelming. It just tasted like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It was just shaped differently. There was really no difference, but it wasn't anything special. But I thought this was worth a shot. I bet it's good. And again, this package is not resealable, but it's very decorative. Look at the beautiful blue and the little designs on it. It's very cute. It's a nice little package of cookies. Okay, and what other crinkly thing do we have? Oh. Look at this. This is Love and Fresh Classic White Bread, sliced bread. And at my Aldi, these are still only 55 cents a piece, which in this day and age is a remarkable deal for 20 ounces of sliced bread. And now that my kids are back in school 5 days a week, we definitely go through more lunch type food. They take their lunch to school, which my younger son takes his lunch every single day. So I try to have a lot of options for him. But you see, the blue in the package kind of matches my hair. That wasn't deliberate, but it's actually kind of nice. This is Love and Fresh, which you can see the little LF logo right here. And Lovin' is L''OVEN, like loving, but it's oven, like you make food in the oven. You bake your bread in the oven. And this bread also up here on this package incorporates the beautiful blue along this border. And I just think it's the prettiest blue. I love it. It's gorgeous. And yeah, so they have a bunch of different types of bread. The kids like this. I know not everybody likes white bread, and that's fine. The good thing is that you can buy any different type. You can buy all different types of bread to suit whatever you want. And that'll leave this for me. And I think pretty much everything else here is crinkle free. Well, I found this on the Isle of Shame. I thought this was a nice deal. Look at this. Look at that big barcode. It goes all the way around to the side. Oh, and it stops right there. These are Huntington Home 100% cotton bar mop towels. And you get 6 of these towels in here. They're really nice. I was trying to see how big they are, if they have measurements on here. They are 16 inches by 9 inches. And these are really nice. These were only $3.99. $3.99 or $4.99 for these. And they also had packages of flour sack cotton towels that are much larger than this, but I think you only get 5 of those for the same price as these. Now, these are a new thing that are on the Isle of Shame as of today. And these things are wonderful. You can use these for any number of purposes. You can use them to dry your car or wash your car, do all kinds of cleaning around the house. Mostly I would use these in the kitchen. So they are really, really great. They're just plain. They don't have any decorations or anything on them. They're just plain. And they're very soft. And they have kind of a ribbed texture to them up here. All of them do. They're all the same. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. They were going fast though. There was a lady there at the same time I was. She picked up a bunch of these. She bought 5 or 6 packages of these. So, yeah. I don't really need these right now, but I like to keep a few extra around just in case. I also keep extra just old towels that I can use for things where it doesn't matter if they get messed up. I like to keep some extra little towels like this around too. So those are Huntington Home, which is also an Aldi brand. And I picked up some bananas. They're not anything special, but they are Del Monte bananas. And they always have the number 4011. No matter what store you get them in, it's always 4011. This is 78 cents worth of bananas. And we kind of, the banana demand here ebbs and flows. And right now, it's kind of picking up again. I eat them sometimes, and sometimes I just get tired of them too, so I get it. You want different things at different times. These are from Ecuador. It says Ecuador on the sticker. So I remembered bananas. Aldi is also a really good place, as well as Lidl. Aldi's a good place to get water if you're looking for just purified water. This is heavy. You can get a gallon of Pure Aqua, which is an Aldi brand also. These are only 55 cents at my Aldi for a gallon of this purified water. And I use this, I use it to fill up my little refillable water bottle when I go to my exercise class. I just keep one of these in the door of the refrigerator and get it out to fill up my water bottle. So this is really great. We have city water here and it tastes really bad. It tastes like water out of a swimming pool. It has a lot of just chemically taste to it. Yeah, so I just buy one of these every now and then. It takes me quite a while to go through one of these. So I like the handle. It has this little plastic handle on it, which is really great. But yeah, they're only 55 cents for the gallon of water, which I think was a pretty good deal. Now here was an interesting item. I saw these on the Isle of Shame. Now right now, they have a lot of different silicone products on the Isle of Shame for cooking. From Easy Home, which is an Aldi brand. These are silicone scrub gloves. I thought this would be very interesting to try when I wash dishes. You have these gloves here, just made of silicone. And look at that. These might even work like for washing the car. I don't know. I'm not really sure if it would do well for that or not. But it's worth a shot. If I don't like them, I can just stop. I don't remember how much these were, but they had them in blue, gray, and pink, I believe. I liked the blue ones. So I wash all my dishes by hand, so I thought it would be worth a shot to try these. Look, and the little wavy fingers go all the way up to the top of the fingertips. Isn't that neat? So you don't even need a scrubber. You can just scrub your dishes like that. I think they were $4.99. Oh, and then I picked up this. This is so good. This is Nature's Nectar, which is also an Aldi brand. Most of the stuff you get at Aldi is going to be one of their brands. And it's just going to be a version of a name brand item for this. It's kind of like V8 Splash. And it's really good. This is mango passion fruit flavor. It's delicious. This is 64 ounces of juice. It's a flavored blend of 4 juices. And these, I think these are about $1.89 for these at Aldi. And it's really good. I normally get the berry, the splash that's a berry blend. It's a little bit less expensive, and that they used to have in 2 different flavors, but now they just have berry blend. So this is just a little change of pace for us. I just wanted to have some variety of juices here for the kids to enjoy so they don't get burnt out on one. So I picked up one of those right there. Now I got some of these for myself. I love these right here. These are so good. They also have a strawberry lemonade flavor like this, but they didn't have any today. They had the regular lemonade. The strawberry lemonade is really good also. This is a flavored water beverage, and it's from Fit and Active, which is an Aldi brand, and it's usually for lower calorie items, just like not necessarily diet food, but just usually just has lower calories. But yeah, this is really good. It's pretty low in calories. You have about 3 servings per container. The entire container only has 15 calories. And it's so good. I love it when it's warm. Now, not when this is warm, but when it's warm outside, it's so good. It's really cold and rainy here today. It's quite chilly outside. It's kind of strange. It got really cold, and it's chilly outside and very, very damp. It's been raining off and on all day. But the warm weather will come back, and there will be days that I will be out mowing the yard, and I will come in all hot and sweaty, and this will taste really good after doing that. So yeah, I have to kind of hide these in the back of the refrigerator for myself. The best thing I found to do is just buy several and just kind of tuck them away behind other stuff, and you might get one. And I also got this drink. These are fruit punch pouches, and these are also from Nature's Nectar. Now my younger son likes to take these with his lunches, and yeah, these are each 6 ounces, and they also have a cherry flavor. I picked up fruit punch today. There are 10 on-the-go pouches in here, just very nice. And of course, this is the Aldi brand that we saw on the mango juice. These are $1.95 for these 10 pouches here. So that'll get him through 2 weeks of lunches at school. That is, if he doesn't drink them all when he's at home. We have plenty of things here for him to drink. He mostly drinks water at home. He drinks a lot of water, which is awesome. So hopefully these will last. But if they don't, I'll go buy more. Okay, and that's all for the beverages, I believe. I got these for me. I really like these. These are little Millville pastry crisps, chocolatey bliss. They're so good. I think these are enlarged to show detail. They're not actually quite that big. They've gotten smaller. I've noticed over the last few years they have gotten smaller. But you do get 10 crisps. Now inside this package you're going to find 5 packages. Each one's going to have 2 crisps in it. They are chocolatey bliss, naturally flavored pastry crisps. They have this nice chocolate filling and chocolate drizzled on the top. Now Millville makes a lot of breakfast type items like cereal. I think they make a pancake mix. They have all kinds of breakfast type stuff like these little pastry crisps. Now they do have these in different flavors. I believe they also have strawberry and maybe blueberry. But these are my favorite, and they're a perfect little snack if you just want a little bit of a chocolatey taste, like something crunchy and chocolatey. It's a perfect little snack. So I have 5 packets of these in here. And the box itself is perforated here and across the top. So you can rip this off and your box is going to turn into a little dispenser. So, and this is another thing that my kids don't really like these, which was kind of surprising to me. They really don't like them. So I can put these in the cabinet in there and they remain untouched until I want one. So that's pretty great. I figured they would really like those, but they don't. Now this is another item this is a popular thing here. This is from Cheese Club, and that is an Aldi brand. The only thing I've seen this name on though is this shells and cheese. It's made to be like the Velveeta shells and cheese dinner. It's the original. And it comes with a pouch of cheesy, saucy, terrible for you stuff. It's probably going to give me elbow cancer in 20 years. But you can get boxes of these for anywhere from 99 cents to about $1.25 at my Aldi. And it's the perfect thing if you have two growing boys that are always hungry. Everybody here loves this stuff because we can all agree it's good. So we do have this on occasion, and I try to stay stocked up on it because it's just a good thing to have. It's not going to go bad, you know, it doesn't take up a lot of space, and it's just a nice little thing to keep on hand just in case. This is a 12-ounce package of shells and cheese. And they also have one, I think, that's like the Kraft Macaroni and Cheese Deluxe. But we all agree that the cheese in this one tastes better, so this is the one that we get. Okay, and then we have packaged items. This is a popular thing here year-round. Now, I love these in the wintertime. I love to eat a lot of soup and stew, just like I'll make beef stew and stuff like that in the wintertime. And I love to have a few crackers to go along with that. Now, these are Savorites Original Saltine Crackers. They're kind of like Zest crackers, but Savorites is the Aldi brand. They make all kinds of different crackers. They have their version of Townhouse crackers, Ritz crackers, Wheat Thins, Triscuit, and most of them are going to have the Savorites name on them. Now, this is a 16-ounce package of saltine crackers. You can get these at my Aldi for only 75 cents. It's such a wonderful deal. But I really only eat these when it's cold and when I'm having some soup or some chili or something like that. But my younger son, he'll just eat them as a snack. He'll just take a package of these and just eat them with a glass of water. He likes very plain stuff. He also loves just plain rice, just with a little salt on it. He'll eat that anytime. That's one of his favorite things. It's just plain rice with a little salt and nothing on it. I can't do it, but he likes it. But yeah, he also loves just plain saltine crackers. I happened to see that for some reason. They had a whole box of them on the seasonal here today, gone tomorrow food aisle. I'm glad I saw it because we were totally out, so I was able to get some. Okay. Oh, and they had a new thing. I've never seen these before, but they were up near the register. They weren't on the here today, gone tomorrow aisle of food. It was actually up at the end of the registers. And these, I don't know a lot about Girl Scout cookies. They may be, I know they have several versions of Girl Scout cookies. I don't know. I know about Thin Mints. And there's one I think that has coconut in it, but I'm not very conversant on Girl Scout cookies. So if they are Girl Scout cookie variations, that's cool. I don't know. But these just looked really interesting to me. Now these are from Benton's, which we saw the brand on the Oreo cookie version that they had of the carrot cake and churros. These are hazelnut cookie melts. Now these I think were $1.49 per box. They look really good though. So it's a cookie and it has a hazelnut filling inside of it, and that looked delicious. This oh, it says at the bottom there's a tip: microwave for 15 seconds for maximum enjoyment. Ooh, I bet heated up that is good. This is a 5.29 ounce package of these hazelnut cookie melts, and they really look delicious. So that was one flavor they had. They also had, and I love peanut butter cookies, so I really want to try this one, peanut butter cookie melts. Now, my grandmother used to make the best peanut butter cookies. Oh, they were so good. I don't know what she did to them. Now, she was not one to make things super sweet, but she used to make these peanut butter cookies. They were they were the perfect amount of sweetness. They were so good. Oh my gosh. These are naturally flavored peanut butter cookie melts. And this one also says that you can microwave it for 15 seconds for maximum enjoyment to make it just kind of a little more melty, I guess. I don't know, 15 seconds for one cookie seems like quite a lot to me. I don't know how big they are. I don't know if they're that big, or it just seems like 15 seconds might be a bit much, but I guess it depends on your microwave. It says these are a product of Greece. That's interesting. These are made in Greece. Wow, look at them. That's nice. So they had the peanut butter and the hazelnut, and they also had chocolate melts. These chocolate melts, oh my goodness. And up here at the top, you can see the little chocolate chips up there, or the poop emoji, or whatever you want to think it is. But it's funny, they all have kind of like this 4-leaf clover shape on the top. See, the peanut butter ones have it too. And that's what made me think of, I guess that's what made me think of Girl Scouts for some reason. I don't know. I don't really know a lot about Girl Scout cookies. Anyway, I bet these are really good. I love a chocolate-filled little cookie like this. Wow. So I'm looking forward to trying these too. These are also 5.29 ounces or 150 grams. Okay. And this is another item that they don't have all the time, but it looked so good. I think they also had one that had garlic in it, but this is Specially Selected, which is an Aldi brand, and it's just like a little bit extra fancy, I guess, like gourmet or whatever. Tortellini, cheese and fine herbs, naturally and artificially flavored, imported from Italy. Traditional cheese-filled pasta from Italy in a rich and creamy cheese and Mediterranean aromatic herb sauce. Ooh. This is 6.5 ounces for this, and it wasn't much. And I think they only had the 2 flavors. They had the cheese and fine herbs, and then I think the other one was garlic and something, but I don't remember. But Specially Selected is, like I said, it is an Aldi brand, and they usually have kind of like a darker looking box like this. Like the background will be kind of black like that. It makes it look really cool and fancy. But I've always been really pleased with all of the Specially Selected items I've ever tried at Aldi. They've been really good. So it looks like it's really easy to make. There are 2 servings in the container. So I thought that would be something fun to do, like just a little special something to add to a dinner one night, just if I'm making chicken or something like that. And I want something a little different to go with it. Something like that would be perfect. And now this is an item that they do have at Aldi from time to time. The Taco Bell Soft Taco Dinner Kit. And they also have the regular taco dinner kits. But overall, here we like soft tacos better. And this has pretty much everything you need other than the filling stuff. You have 10 soft tortillas, Taco Bell mild sauce, and taco seasoning. So you just need your ground beef and your toppings. And it's all set. So everything else you need is in this nice little box here. And I think they also had some with spicier sauce, but or seasoning. Or no, that's the sauce. But we just like the mild. It doesn't have to be super hot. But this is basically like one dinner in a box, and it's way cheaper than going to Taco Bell and getting 10 tacos there. So yeah, but every now and then we'll have taco night. We don't do it super often, but that's, this is something that's super convenient. You can just stick this in the cabinet. You don't have to worry about it. It's going to be good for a good long while. And then whenever you're ready, you just take it out, and there you go. Your shells and sauce and seasoning are all there for you. And then this is another item that I have, I run hot and cold on this. I'll eat it for a while and then I'll kind of lay off of it. But this is Fit and Active like the lemonade. This is Vitality cereal. It's comparable to Special K's Red Berries cereal. Honestly, I think this tastes better. The flakes they're just better. They're a little sweeter, and I really like them. But it's really good. They have other versions too. They have one with yogurt clusters in it, like Greek yogurt clusters. I'm not really fond of that one. I think it's vanilla flavored. This is my favorite, and it says that it's heart healthy. It's a crunchy rice and wheat flake cereal with slices of dried strawberries in there, and they're really good. And I think these are $1.95 for an 11.2 ounce package, which is cheaper than Special K, and like I said, I think it tastes better. It has no artificial flavors or high fructose corn syrup. No certified synthetic colors or synthetic preservatives. And it's really good. I eat it dry as a snack. I never put milk in it. I just like it as a little snack. I just think it's good. So, yeah, I always have a variety of cereal here. But this one is really just for me. My kids don't really care for it. They don't like the dried strawberries. They said they're too strong. I think they're good. And then I got one more thing. I think this is probably the largest thing I've ever had to put up here. Let me get it. Okay, it wasn't too bad. This is a 20-inch planter that I bought today while I was at Aldi. They just put these out. Like I said, I went there to look at this urn planter that they had. I kind of like this one better though. I love it. They had these in different colors. They had one, I think, that was a dark green, only it didn't have this band at the top. It was just as tall, but it was just solid, like a dark green all the way up to the top. And they had one that was, I think it was a navy, it was either black or navy blue. It was kind of hard to tell. But it looks like pottery, but it's not. It's actually not very heavy at all. And it has these little indentations on the bottom. There's no hole in the bottom, but it says that you can drill a hole in the bottom if you want, and I'm definitely going to do that. But this thing is huge. These things were $14.99 for these humongous planters like this. And what I want to do, I have a little corner in my backyard that the ground back there is bricked. Somebody put down a square of bricks out there, and it's in the shade pretty much all day. And grass doesn't grow very well over there. Plus, it's bricked over anyway. So I thought it would be kind of cool to get a planter or two and just try to find some plants that would do well in the shade. See if I can get them to grow over there. So I think I'm just going to start with this big planter and then go to the farmer's market and just talk to some of the folks there that have nurseries where they grow all different kinds of things. And just ask them what I can put in here that's going to be in the shade most of the day. And see what I can do. So I've done a lot of stuff like that this year so far. It's fun. I'm gonna be planting rose bushes in a day or two if it stops raining. So I've enjoyed doing all kinds of gardening and stuff outside in the last month or so. So yeah, I think that's really cool. I thought it was a pretty good deal for $15. The urn planter was really nice. They had them in like a cement color, and then they had some in a darker gray, and they were really neat. But they were smaller, and they were $22.99. These were $14.99, and I decided to go with this. In the sales circular, they didn't look this big. You couldn't really tell how big it was. Yeah, I thought this was really awesome. So I'm going to go talk to folks at the farmer's market and find out what I can put in there. Oh, there's a lovely little echo if you talk right into it. That's actually really cool. I like the way that sounds. Maybe I'll get one just to play with in the house. But yeah, I thought that was a good deal. So that is everything I have to show you today. That's everything I've purchased that's not in the refrigerator or freezer. And thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I will see you again soon.